Yo, welcome back and welcome front, my friends. Today we're taking a look at Yolopark's latest and greatest addition to the AMK miniseries, Wave Number Trez. Within the wave, we have IDW Orion Pax, Standard and Metallic, along with Mr. Bumblebee. And from the Bayverse, we have Optimus Prime, Clear and Opaque, in addition to Dark on the Moon, Megatron. And certainly last but not least, we have Ironhide and Ratchet for the G1ers like me. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought Wave 1 was, it was aight. But I saw an advert for Wave 2 and I was like, alright dude, they're cooking with something a little bit extra. And then I saw Wave 3 and I was like, okay, you have my full attention. And I definitely wanted to give it the old taste test, and so I'm really thankful that Yolopark was kind enough to send me their wares. But let us talk about the sculpts, because I think they are absolutely amazing and true to form. The G1 bots possess their bare metal aesthetics, Bayverse with the alien detail, and the IDW guys look like they jumped right out of the comics. Articulation-wise, some of them are better than others. They vary wildly due to the sculpts and aesthetics, but at a minimum, they can do all the basic poses. But one thing that I'm not entirely certain about is what category do these fall into? Are these action figures? Are these model kits? Because on one hand, there's very little assembled, but you do have to assemble them, which implies model kit, but at the same time, the assembly is so basic that it's more akin to a BAF, like a Build-A-Figure, which we typically don't categorize as model kits, but I don't know, maybe it's a hybrid, right? Action figures that you assemble? I mean, I think I could live with that.
Okay, let's talk about the individual bots for a sec.
So Ratchet and Ironhide. I think Ratchet is absolutely gorgeous. Him and Ironhide, they are my favorite from the set, and yes, I am an old fossil, a G1er, but they are so deliciously campy in G1, so chunky, blocky, it looks like they jumped out of the G1 cartoon. They look gallant, strong, yet svelte, nimble at the same time. It's like we caught the guys on their best day leaving the gym or something, Probably the most posable from the set. Moving on to IDW, let's take a look at Orion Pax, Standard and Metallic. Dude, the IDW Orion Pax is actually one of my favorite renditions of this character. He looks way more distinguished than your average data clerk. I love the fact that he actually resembles Optimus to some extent. It's way more believable that this version of Pax ascended into a Prime versus the G1 version. He looks heroic, strong, very Optimus-y, and I really love the fact that the combat deck is integrated into his chassis. And staying with the IDW universe, we have this generation's lord and savior, Mr. Bumblebee. Funny how this tubby little dude from G1 ascended into greatness in the modern fandom. I think he owes Michael Bay a debt of gratitude. When I was growing up, I never once heard anyone say that Bumblebee was their favorite character. Yet, when we conducted user surveys for the now defunct Transformers Reactivated, RIP, Bumblebee was found to be the most popular character outside of Prime and Megatron. Fancy that, right? And speaking of Megatron, let's bring on the Dark of the Moon Megatron. I absolutely love his sculpt. However, I do think he needs a little bit of paint. There's so much depth to him, but it would really stand out with a nice little ink wash, And compared to the other bots in the set, his articulation is a bit more basic due to all the rich detail, but I think he gets by, especially because he doesn't have any issues wielding his boomstick. Staying in the Bayverse, we have Optimus Prime, Clear and Opaque. Along with Megatron, Prime might be the prettiest in the set. The colors and details in the Opaque version are oh so rich, and whatever treatment they gave to Prime, seriously, they should have given it to Megatron as well, because the paint job really brings out the depth via the colors. And the Clear version is really nice too. It's none of that flimsy translucent plastic. This stuff, whatever they use, it's nice and thick. And it's the same mold as the standard Prime, but due to its lack of paint and coloring, I find myself leaning more towards the former. Nonetheless, a beautiful sculpt. I'm not gonna lie, the AMK miniseries wasn't on 2026's bingo cards until I got to mess with this set, and now having experienced it firsthand, I think I am in. So now I'm gonna go backwards in time, track down Wave 2, and see what that's all about. So if you're a Yolopark enthusiast or a collector of high-quality desktop figures to mess with, you might want to cop yourself a set of AMK miniseries Wave 3.